Hello.
What's going on?
Nothing much, really. We got Nick behind the computer today. He's
He,
mic'd up too.
yeah, he is mic'd up.
Yeah,
Nope.
what's up, guys?
No
Nick,
camera though, but
Nick is Dan's brother.
yeah.
So if anyone didn't know that,
Yeah, I'm Dan's younger, bigger brother.
Yeah, okay. Well, enough of that. um, yeah, if we're gonna have him like search up anything, and if we are looking up something, we'll have him pull it up on the screen so we can read it, and then yeah, he's our young Jamie, right? You guys don't watch Rogan that much, so you don't really
No.
know.
Mm-mm.
But Jamie's like his producer. Pull up.
does he talk?
Yeah, he has a mic too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
me.
kind of like became a person on the show because he's been with Joe for
I
so
don't know
long.
if he's gonna have to earn that.
He's like infamous for like being the like his Robin, like Batman or what is it? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
perfect.
talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get right into it. What do you've been selling a lot of hoodies and shoes, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's been something that I started doing. I've always kind of sold shoes and stuff, but kind of starting to get pretty serious into it, and
Yeah.
like it's like becoming like one of the main things I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like all the time.
your story is always
It's always different shit.
yeah.
And
So do you
it's
just
like-
go to the shop and hang out there and try to sell stuff for them, or how are you doing it?
Yeah, and then like I'm like actually, I mean, I'm getting paid like I'm like a store associate basically.
Oh, so when you're there, he pays you for that plus
Yeah,
commission, or
and then
what?
it's like plus commission in a way, and then he makes like he gets a percentage of it.
Oh.
But and he's also kind of like helping me become better at it, you know,
Yeah,
because he's
he's good at it.
very good at
He's
it.
good at talking to people too. Yeah, that's good, dude. That's
So
cool.
That's what I've been doing all the time.
Side
So
hustle.
really is. It's a good time. I enjoy it.
I talked to him the other day, and he gave me he paid me. So Rocco, I know you're watching. Thanks for paying me. I wasn't upset. It's okay. But he asked me how much they owed, and he gave me the cash.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I didn't know if he like shot him a text or something because he was there or what. But we're all good now.
No,
I'm gonna stop by the shop soon. And
yeah, we were planning to do a podcast at the shop, but some things came up and we were just not able to do it. But we want to do it soon.
yeah,
It's gonna be cool.
we just have to get 2 more of these.
Yeah,
But that's good though. I'm glad that's going good.
yeah, yeah.
What's like the hottest stuff right now? Like I know in like the previous episode how Dan was talking about how he used to sell or do like the Yeezys and he used to be really into shoes. So what's like the hottest kind of like apparel or shoes like right now that the hottest I would say?
I mean, he gets a bunch of different stuff in. It's like bulk orders, so it's like every whenever. I don't know. I don't think I should get too much into it because he likes to keep it on the low a little bit.
Oh really?
Yeah,
But
it's
like clothing now,
it's
right?
clothing. Yeah, and
Not as much shoes.
not he has a bunch of shoes. If you guys go into the store, there's shoes all over the place. But the stuff that like I'm selling is clothing. But I would say the hottest thing right now, and like a lot of my buddies have bought, has been the new Young Thug Spider hoodies.
I don't know what
It's
that
probably
is.
something we could pull up on the screen, but I mean, it's like
I want to see.
it's like brown and it has a pink spider logo on it, and nobody even really knows what it is. Like it's not even on StockX. It's just came out. Drake was wearing it, and no, it's not.
What color is it?
Right there, the brown second, yeah, right there. That's the top, and then there's matching pants to go with it. But it's like man, they're selling for like $500.
Oh, that's that one right there.
Yeah.
So retail's 50, sell for 500.
I don't even know what the retail is. I've never even seen them online.
Wow.
I don't even know really what it is. I just know they have them, and that's probably like the hottest thing we have. I mean, we always have different stuff, but yeah, a lot of people have bought them. So
That's crazy.
yeah, and it's like I don't know. I never really expected someone to pay that much for clothing, but now I'm like addicted to it. So like when I go in there, when I'm going out on the weekends or doing stuff, I want to buy an essential shirt that's $130 and wear it out, and then I'm like, why am I'm such an idiot?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I look good, so it's like I don't know.
Dude, it's cool though.
Yeah, it's kind of like
just-
I don't know.
You like usually you pay less for like a hoodie or a t-shirt than you would for a pair of shoes retail. So like the profit margins are bigger too. So
Yeah,
depending on the shoe. Obviously, there's going to be some. That's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sit down with them eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's other things that I think they want to talk to you about too.
Yeah.
But that's just going to be further down the line.
Gotcha.
So.
Cool.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So
I have an update on my car. It needs a whole new engine. So luckily, I had 92,000 miles on the car. It has a 100,000 mile powertrain warranty, so I need a brand new engine. The engine locked up. That's all that they could say. Like, I don't even know. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, it's locked up, man. I'm like, okay. I don't understand how that happens, but now they're asking me for if there was any work done on the engine. I'm assuming Hyundai, they have to put in a request for a new engine because Hyundai doesn't want to just like toss out engines. So they asked me for my oil change invoice to make sure that I got it on time. They're looking for any reason to not replace the engine for free. But I sent everything in, and the guy's like, yeah, you'll get approved. But yeah, whole new engine, which would have been like 6,500 if I was 8,000 miles more on the car.
at that point, you just get a new car.
Yeah.
Right.
But now it's like the car is going to be worth more than it was 3 weeks ago before this happened because the engine will have 0 miles on it. So the 100,000 miles resets for the engine, but not the transmission. So I could keep it and it's going to hopefully last a lot longer, or I could sell it, but I don't know what the value would be. I might just like turn around and be like, how much would you give me right now for this as the dealership? Just to kind of get an idea. Because I don't know. I don't know how much value it's going to add. I would imagine a couple thousand, but who knows? So that's my update. Tragic story. It's going to be like another 2-3 weeks though.
That's so crazy.
That's a long time.
I mean, you have, what is it, 2014?
2015.
2015 Sonata. And Hyundais are reliable cars.
Well, they have had a lot of issues lately. There's a
Yeah.
lot of engine recalls on like the 2013, 14, 16, 17. Like mine was left out, the 15 for the Sonatas, but all the other ones have been having engine issues. That's what Dad's friend Bill said. And mine was left out, but I was like, you know what? It's probably all of them, which sucks for them. But they have a 100,000 mile warranty, so they have to hold their end up on that.
Yeah, I would say I'm more of an American-made car person for sure.
Have you ever drove like a German car though, or ever owned?
No,
No.
I have a Jeep. That's it.
Yeah.
I had a Buick. Remember the Buick when we got in that accident?
What's
Yeah.
a Buick? Like, what is
That
Buick?
was-
Where's Buick made?
Buicks are, I believe they're American made.
Yeah.
I think it's General Motors, maybe.
They all own each other anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like a Toyota, isn't Toyota Lexus?
Yep.
That's why they all look similar.
Well, Lexus is,
Well, Lexus owns Toyota, right?
no, it's the other way around.
Oh, but it's like their luxury line.
Right.
And
like
Audi.
Nissan and
Yeah, I feel like everyone
Infiniti.
has I like that.
Yeah, there's always like
The luxury line car.
yeah, and it's just
Mm.
making lots of money.
Very
Yeah.
nice cars until they break down. You gotta spend thousands of dollars.
Yeah, he just had an issue with his.
I
Yeah,
know.
cars are breaking left and right.
$2,600
Yeah.
down the drain. Not really, because you're getting it fixed a different way, but
Right.
body shops make a lot of money, man. Looking at that estimate, it's just they get you everywhere they can because
Yep.
they know that you need to get it fixed. So, man, the labor they charge is so much. But that's what it is for everybody.
Did Nick ever tell you about? Did you ever hear about this story about when I got in the accident with him?
No, you.
I kind of forgot about that.
Wait,
I don't know.
you-
I don't
No, it
remember.
happened like junior year of high school.
Junior
it was
or
the
senior
Buick.
year.
It was the
I
Lam.
know.
It was
I
the
can't remember
Lambo.
what happened. What takes through? What happened?
I had a Buick Century. It was like a 2003 old ass car.
Yeah.
The
Remember,
gold-
we were coming back from the mall and it was like pouring out, and I kept telling my parents that I need new tires, and like when it's raining, obviously, your car could like hydroplane or whatever, and it wasn't a bad accident. We were literally right by the Jewel on 59 right there.
Yeah.
We were going to the stop sign. I wasn't even speeding or anything. Like I just went to go brake and my car just started sliding, and I just like barely tapped into this girl. And yeah, I hit her. I barely did any damage. I don't even think the police got involved. It was just like, but it was just funny because I literally remember it because I was talking to Nick about something about an accident, and then like 10 minutes later, we got in a crash.
Oh my gosh.
But it was hilarious. I mean, it wasn't hilarious because my parents were not happy with me, but it was kind of funny. You know.
Now it is.
Now it's funny.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I remember that.
No. Yeah. It wasn't bad. I mean,
remember
my car
that
was
car, though.
fine. Yeah, that was the best car ever. Most comfortable seats.
Yeah, I mean, it was like an early 2000s car, and it had what, like 80,000 miles?
No,
If
it
that?
had 20,000 miles on it.
How did
20?
that happen?
Yeah, they said this old lady had it, and like she got it, and then ended up not driving anymore. So it just sat in her garage.
Huh.
It was a 2003, and it had like 24,000 miles on it. I could have drove that thing I could have fucking still be driving that thing.
Oh yeah.
And then I got in an accident again, and it totaled my car. Wasn't my fault though.
That was the recent one, right? Not recent, but
No, I've been in 4 accidents, and only one of them was my fault when I
you
hit
guys
one.
are terrible.
Dude, I got hit by a drunk driver.
Okay, well that's not obviously.
I guess 3. I got hit by the drunk driver that totaled my Jeep. Then I got hit by some lady that pulled out in front of me, totaled my Buick. And then I got in the accident with Nick. And the 2 weren't my fault, and the one was bad, but the other 2 weren't that bad.
Thankfully, everybody was okay in the drunk driver one, though, right?
Yeah, but that was bad.
I mean, no like accidents, like physical harm, right?
No, I mean, Amanda got a concussion, and I had like a bruised ribs, but it could have been way worse. And then the dude just started driving away, and then got caught by an old lady who called the cops on him.
Nice.
So, but yeah, other than that, everything's been going great.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about, you hit me up last night and said you want to talk about how important it is to like take risks.
Yeah, so like here, I'm going to pull up the notes just because I want to make sure, you know. So I was talking to one of my coworkers yesterday, and basically I just thought about it because I'm not going to really get into like about him. I don't, you know, I mean, it's none of our business on what he's doing personally, but it was more so like he was asking me my opinion on like him opening up a business at a very young age, and he wanted to open up like a vape store.
Okay.
And he's like, I got this amount of money. He's like, I'm just going to put all of it into it. And then he's like, but I'm having a lot of second thoughts on it. He's like, what if it doesn't go well? Like, what if, just like different scenarios, you know, he's like second guessing himself. He's like, I have a lot of money. He's like, I just don't know if this is a good idea to do. He's like, but I feel like I could have a lot of success in it. He's like, it's really what I want to get into.
Yeah.
And like vape stores are pretty successful. Like they're everywhere. Everyone's fucking Nick vapes, right?
No, I do not vape.
Not anymore.
I don't think I've ever smoked a Juul or
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Fogg,
Me
whatever
either.
you want to call
Yeah,
them.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not into
We
them.
obviously have friends that do that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Dude, everybody. And the thing is, like, with those businesses, you're going to be open because people are addicted to it.
and they keep coming back. It's like they
Yeah.
buy it and then they come back 3 days later and get more.
So he was wondering if he should take the risk.
Yeah, he's like, I have a lot of money. He's like, I'm gonna put all the money I have in my savings into it. And he's like, I just don't know if it's gonna be a good idea or if it's a good investment. And he's like, I don't know if it doesn't work out, I'm fucked. And then it's just like made me think about it. And I was trying to help him the best I could, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like obviously there's different things that go into it, like finding a good location and like
Yeah.
having a good partner, and then like, you know, finding where you can get your stuff from and stuff like that. But it's just like, I don't know, makes you wonder, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's not like my lane as much, because putting that much money into something, yeah, that's risky, but he's just got to do his research and find like somebody maybe to help him. There's so many stores, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that are looking to open other locations, so I'm sure he can find somebody. But as far as risk, I don't know how much he has to put in. I don't know if he told you all those details and stuff, but if that's what he really thinks that he can do, then I think he should do it. Right? I mean, it's kind of one of those things like, if you do it the right way, which won't be easy and it'll be a lot of work, but it should pay off. But I don't know how old he is, and all that depends on everything. But if you don't have any family to support, if you don't have anybody to support right now and it's just you, that's your best time to take risks. Because if you're 10, 12 years later and you have a family, you're not going to be able to take that risk most likely, because if it fails, then you're not going to be able to feed your kids.
Yeah.
So our age, anywhere for the next couple years where we don't have dependents, that's the best time to take risks. So if that's really what he wants to do, then he should go balls to the wall and just do it. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that he's very passionate about and he thinks that, he can do it and maybe he does have some support behind him, then I would say go for it. I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Yeah.
Literally though. And if he's passionate, then I'd say why not? There's going to be failures, obviously. You just have to learn from them and then just keep going. Once you start, just don't stop. You just got to put all your effort into it.
I don't know. Who's this guy? Friend of yours?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's more so like not even just him. It's just like in general. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people who have ideas and stuff they want to do, but like, I don't know. It's like they just don't want to do it because they're afraid of failing,
Yeah.
And it like, that's like in everything though.
I think so. It depends on like where you want to start. I kind of talked about it last time. It was like if you want to jump in up top owning a shop, or if you start lower and try to be like a small partner of somebody else's, and then try to like grow it from there and maybe open up another location. So maybe if you have an idea, find somebody in the area, see if they're looking to expand, and if you can become like an investor and kind of work your way up with whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a vape shop. It could be pizza place or anything like that. So it doesn't have to be a huge investment right off the bat, and you don't have to go for that. You can work your way up to it. That way you learn along the way too. But I say go for it, regardless of what it is. And if you don't have the support from your friends and family, it's tough. But if you really want to do it, you have to do it. You just do it. And you can't hesitate or wait a couple years. It's just, you have to go for it if that's what you want to do. Just like with this podcast, we said we keep talking about it, we're never going to do it, and just start it. Obviously, this is not really a super huge investment, but just start. Whatever you're planning to do, just start. Whatever you have to do.
Yeah, and like even though it wasn't a big investment, it still like takes up our time, and we still have to plan for it, and like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like we're all busy, so it's like you have to make time in your day or your weeks to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of how it is with anything.
But yeah, that's probably like the best thing that I could say about it is like, if you have nobody depending on you, you got to take the jump. It's risky, but it's going to be more risky in the future. And like the payoff could be great. You just have to think about the future. Like while you're doing it and grinding it out, you're doing it for your future, for your family. What else we got? What else we got today?
Well, all right, go ahead.
There's a new update, right? In the Brian Laundrie case.
Oh.
That came out, I believe, yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's the article right there, right? Pulled up.
Yeah, so basically it says, law enforcement, agency was on, there's a park in Florida, and they discovered what appeared to be human remains, right? And then they also added in that personal items that belong to Brian, such as like his backpack, notebook, just after his parents searched.
So,
which is very interesting.
Yeah, so basically, it says right there, like...
his parents found him?
So basically, the Laundrie family attorney told Fox News that the Laundries informed law enforcement on Tuesday night of their intentions to search the park and met officers there. So on the day that they volunteer to help them, they find human remains and like Brian's notebook.
What?
In the park. And then they called out like a, what do they call it? Like a...
manhunt?
No, it was like they called out a certain individual to come like basically check out this, like almost like a crime scene investigator or something like that. Like someone who comes and investigates like body remains.
So we don't know if they're his?
I mean, they found his notebook for sure, but they don't know if it's his body. I guess I read something. They said they found like while searching for him, they found like 6 bodies already.
Jeez. Okay, so what if, just hear me out. Well, obviously this wouldn't go far though. Like, what if his parents set it up to make it look like it was him because they know he's in. I'm still sticking with Costa Rica. He's in fucking Costa Rica. But
I mean, I don't know.
because they'll be able to do the test on the bones and know that it's not him. But
Yeah.
maybe it's so that they can, make them put all their time into this while he gets into like a more secure place.
Yeah,
So
but
they're
do you
like-
think the parents are just able to leave their house and do this? I feel like the media are just all over them.
Still, are they?
Oh yeah, I feel
Really?
like you know what I mean. You can't just like anywhere they go, they're gonna be like, okay, where are they going?
Right.
They're not gonna those parents aren't gonna have a good life until that he's either found or they probably won't ever have a good life. But you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like they're never gonna be able to live comfortably.
If you have enough money, you can get anything done, though. They could have reached
I
out
mean,
to some guy,
that's-
paid
no,
him in
that's true.
Bitcoin,
That's true.
place this notebook here, tell me where it is.
Yeah,
the
but then
coordinates.
how would they have just a body right underneath where it is?
Dude, if you have enough money, you can do anything. They could pay somebody to kill somebody, hide a body, stash the notebook.
Okay.
Dude. I
Could
know.
happen.
It
Yeah.
sounds like
Could,
a
it
movie.
could.
But
Yeah.
like, if they're going to do anything that they can to keep their kid safe, that's something that. No, I don't know.
Can you scroll up or down? Let me see something.
Did you hear about the? It is funny. It's kind of funny. The guy that they like ambushed because they thought it was him.
Yeah.
My gosh, it was like a lookalike, and they ambushed him. They like went into his apartment, I think. I don't know, man. That's just.
Is that the
So
parents
those are his
right there?
parents?
Right there searching? Yeah, it is.
They're acting like they don't know where to go, and just walking around, taking their time. They're like, we really know where to go this whole time, though. That's not my new theory. They paid a bounty hunter to go kill somebody, and they put the bones in a certain spot with his notebook. The bounty hunter did. The dad crypto paid Bitcoin, which is now up to 66,000, the new high. Paid him, and then it's not traceable.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, it's a good theory.
Either that or it's Brian. But like, okay, the technology that we have right now. When was he? When were
Yesterday.
these?
This was
So
yesterday.
It would probably
They
come out
found the-
today
they
or
found
They-
the remains.
They have to know who it is by now. They're just keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, I mean,
They were working all night, dude.
If it's not him though, that's gonna be a bad look again.
They have the best equipment.
Right? If it's not him, it's like they messed up again.
There's
yeah,
gonna
I
be
don't know,
more.
man.
If it's not him, there's gonna be a lot more looks like on the parents because they're gonna be like, "How did this notebook?" Or no, I don't know, dude. This is crazy.
But it's like
it's
how
crazy. I mean, the guy's a fucking lunatic.
Who?
Brian.
Did you know him?
No.
I'm not defending him here, but you didn't know him.
Right, no, but you have to be
He
some
kinda
type
seems
of
like, yeah,
lunatic
guy's
psychopath to be able to do that, right, to somebody. And then,
But they don't know that he killed her.
Oh my god.
Well, you don't.
You don't, but
So you're making an assumption.
yeah, but why? Okay, well, we talked about this before. Why other way would he run off and just disappear?
What? What are you thinking? Why else would he, like, not just show himself?
Well, yeah, I mean, if
or why else? Why would he be on the run? Why are all these things adding up? Right?
why would he
comes home
disappear?
he comes to his family's house in her van alone, right? And then just disappears, nowhere to be found.
Obviously, the
packs
parents.
the van up.
Obviously,
and
like
gone.
you don't think the parents are like, "Oh, where's Gabby?" Right?
Right.
Or are they just not questioning it? Because wasn't Gabby living with the family before they went on this trip? They were. She was.
Was she?
Yeah.
Or even Gabby's parents going to Brian's house and saying, "Hey, I see the van outside your guys'
I don't-
house. Where's Gabby?"
Do they live near each other? I have no idea.
I mean, I'm assuming within the vicinity, but if they're
I don't
able to
know.
go to Brian's parents' house and confront them and say, where's Gabby? Where's my
Yeah,
daughter?
I don't.
It's crazy.
Yeah, all I know is that man's on the run.
I'm just saying, man. We gotta wait to hear the story out.
I really hope he didn't kill himself or he's not dead because I do want to hear what he has to say in a way. Like, I still want him to go to jail and everything, but like, it's kind of interesting to hear his story.
I think too, if they ever do catch him and he is alive, I'm pretty sure the death sentence is viable in Florida.
Oh, they have the.
Oh,
I
he's,
think they still do it in
I'm
Florida.
sure he's.
There's a
Do
couple
they?
states that still do it.
Huh.
I don't know what's the extent of that, what they consider that as an option, but
You know what's crazy? Like if it is still going the death penalty, there are so many people that are like against that, but I guarantee that those same people want him dead.
Probably.
Capital punishment in Florida, Wikipedia.
The state has executed 99 convicted murderers
So it is still,
since 1976.
and
It's
okay.
not. There's nothing saying that they haven't been doing it. Obviously, it's
But-
not going to be a common thing, but
But wait, if he killed her in Wyoming or whatever,
Yeah, I don't know how that
isn't
would.
it the Wyoming?
Yeah, I feel like it would
I don't
be
know
the
how that
jury.
works.
Yeah,
I don't know how that. Or wouldn't it be just? It'd be a federal case because he crossed state lines.
right.
right.
So I don't know if they
Fe-
can.
Federal can do that. Or,
Yeah, I don't think the federal government can death penalty somebody. I don't know though.
no.
Man,
Just try and find Bradley Martin and ask him where he's at. That's his right hand man.
Bradley Martin.
Yeah.
Why? What does that mean?
Steve will do its video.
I didn't watch it.
Oh man, it's
That's
just
funny.
jokes.
Yeah.
It's all jokes.
Steve will do it. Went out on a manhunt for him.
Yeah.
What happened to the Bob mullet?
He
guy?
got a sprained ankle, so he had to take a few weeks off.
You're shitting me.
I swear to God.
Just sprained ankle. What the fuck? What a pussy, Bob.
Well, okay, it was all publicity, but
Yeah.
he kept saying that they were closing in on him. And then
Gosh.
then he sprained his ankle. Dog the bounty hunter?
Dog the bounty hunter. Yeah.
That dude is hilarious. If you Google like Dog the bounty hunter sprained ankle or something, it'll probably pop up of him like taking some time off.
Jeez. I heard about the sprained ankle thing. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait it out and see. Next podcast, Stephanie will know what if it is him or whose the remains were. Calls off Brian Laundrie's search after remains were found. Yeah. He said, "Screw it, it's Brian." I don't think it is.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, then I don't even know, like, is the whole body there?
Remains.
Or like
it said.
remains, but like they were saying that park or whatever is like infested with crocodiles or alligators.
I mean, it's literally. From the pictures, right? It's right next to a
It's like in a
ravine or
swamp.
swamp. Yeah.
So they're saying that there's no way that if he like killed himself, like I'm sure he got eaten by
He's in a million pieces. and
Yeah.
a bunch of different stomachs.
yeah.
Or maybe one alligator just ate him for
So-
dinner. Crocodile
I
alligator.
don't know. It's kind of a crazy story.
Yeah.
Sad, but
I am ready for it to be like wrapped up though. I just want to know what happened.
me too.
But I don't think we will. I feel like it's one of those things that we just won't ever really get answers to. I don't know. What's next on the list for today?
It was about Joe Rogan, right? About the podcast. You wanted to bring that up?
Did any of you guys watch that?
I don't really watch Joe Rogan to be honest,
Okay.
that much.
So Sanjay Gupta, I think it's Sanjay Gupta. He's the medical correspondent for CNN. He's a neurosurgeon, but he's like CNN's like medical doctor. And
Why do they need a medical doctor?
That's a good question. Well, it's just like any news. Like if we were talking about something and we had like a professional on
Okay,
just to
okay.
confirm what's going on, maybe, or to like inform the public. But he's with CNN. CNN like doesn't like Joe Rogan, and so he had him on the podcast, and everybody was like, "How is this even possible?" But CNN approved it. But he said in the beginning that he went on to try to convince Rogan's listeners to get vaccinated. Because and it's true, most people that listen to Rogan they don't think they need the vaccine for whatever reason. So he was trying to reach a new audience, and it was a good interview, but I think Joe kind of like got him in a couple different areas, like vaccinating kids. They talked about that a lot. But the thing is, CNN lied about Joe taking horse dewormer. Like they made all these headlines and saying Joe Rogan took horse dewormer when he got COVID, which wasn't true. He took ivermectin, which is horse dewormer, but for humans it's just ivermectin. So they like went after him like that, and then they had Sanjay on, and he got him to admit that CNN lied about that, which is not good for the mainstream media. That's not good for the news.
It's fake news.
Yeah, and so it's just.
They've been doing it for a long time too.
And I think a lot of people know that now, and Fox does it too. It's not just CNN, it's Fox, but there's a lot more popular like left-wing medias versus right-wing. It's just Fox. But like there's CNN, CNBC, there's just a lot more like left-leaning. It's just so stupid. Because what else are they lying about? If they're lying about something as stupid as that, what about the important stuff? You know, that freaking drone strike that killed ISIS-K, killed 7 kids, but they just kind of like brushed over it. After like those Marines died, they tried to do a drone strike on ISIS-K. They said it was successful, and then turns out it wasn't. They killed kids. So this is good. Podcasts are good. You can get different information. You can hear different points of view. And I just think the media, it's showing more and more that they're just lying about things on both sides. But I still don't think people will get that.
No, they don't. I mean, the news is always going to be around.
And the way they make their money is by dividing people.
Yep.
Which is what sucks. Like, dude, it's terrible. Imagine if everything was balanced. I feel like we would all get along a lot better.
And the funny thing is, like, as much as people don't like Trump, he was really saying that the whole time he was the president.
CNN's fake news.
And well,
He's been saying it.
yeah, like, but there was like a lot more to that too. He was just saying, like, in general, news. There's so much fake stuff out there.
Yeah.
And they still promote it all the time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's crazy, man. Like, if you just swap out, there's so many examples, but just one example is, you know how, and this is nothing like, I feel bad for Biden's son, Hunter, because obviously he's an addict. But, like, imagine if Trump's son was the addict. They would have never dropped that story. They would just, like, always be talking about it, how his son's an addict, how could Trump be, you know, he's a bad father. They would say so many things. We found out that, you know, Hunter Biden was, there's pictures of him with, like, crack pipes in his mouth with, like, naked girls around him and shit. Nothing.
Yeah,
they don't cover it.
Well, I don't even hear about the president or anything about that anymore. When Trump was president, I feel like every day there's articles about him or just in general with like the government. Now it's just like I go on Twitter or wherever and you just don't see anything about anyone.
Yeah.
Right?
It's because big tech is left leaning as well. That's why like Trump's not even on fucking Twitter.
He got banned.
His account got banned.
He got banned on all social medias, I'm pretty sure. Permanently. And he was like suing
ridiculous.
it, but for whatever. Yeah. But that's like still, it's like I don't know.
But a super recent one too is Biden 2 weeks ago was in Chicago and he called Mayor Lori Lightfoot Mr. Mayor. I searched it on Google a week after it happened. I had to scroll to like the second page on Google to find that. But I searched Trump on Google and just hit send. And there was an article from like 3 hours ago from CNN like shitting on Trump. And they didn't even cover the Mr. Mayor story. But he misgendered her. People had to be going crazy. Not
Dude,
for Biden, though.
Speaking of that, did you see the Dave Chappelle?
Yeah,
oh my god,
he's getting heat.
Did you watch that?
I didn't watch the special yet. No.
Did you?
It's hilarious, right?
No.
I mean, it's pretty funny. I mean,
but it's a joke. It's
it is. But I mean, I don't want to get too much into it. But like, yeah, it's funny. But
it made him more popular too.
Yeah, and I think like basically he proved what he wanted to prove is like was showing with like all the riots and everything. And then there's like a video of a guy being there like some guy like against them, and it was just funny. I don't know. It's just like, it's like it's comedy. It's like
right.
You know, if you know Dave Chappelle, you know what to expect when you watch his stuff.
Yeah,
like he says a lot of crazy stuff.
He does. Yeah,
and it's like if you don't think it's funny, don't watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the biggest comedians, they're big because they say the things that nobody else wants to say, and because they're funny. Like these are jokes. He doesn't actually mean these things. He's telling a story about like his friend from when he was younger. Apparently, was a trans friend or something. But it's just crazy to see everybody go nuts about it. And he's one of those people that I don't think are like cancelable.
Well, there's a few people he can't really get canceled because I don't think he cares.
Exactly.
Like he might. And like the crazy thing is Netflix still put out the special and like.
Well, do you see the numbers for it? They're ridiculously high now. Yeah. So Netflix is not going to take it down. Everybody's calling for Netflix to take it down. They're not going to do that.
Or like they were saying yesterday, like nobody watched Netflix, but they don't understand that it's a subscription. Yeah. So if you don't watch it for one day, you're going to pay.
It's the same. Yeah. Yeah. But do you remember when the Cuties documentary came out about the girls, the little dancer cheerleader girls?
Mm-mm.
Netflix stock went down like a couple %. So they released like a documentary that was a Netflix original of little girls like 10, 12, like twerking and shit. It was weird, man.
Okay.
Pretty weird. I think it's still up on there, but the right was all like losing their shit because like pedophilia
What
and
was
all
the
that.
point of it being up there? Like, what was the show? Like, what was it?
I think it was just a documentary on these like what these young girls go to be like a competitive. I can't remember if it was dance or cheer, but the first couple minutes of it, I watched it and it was kind of uncomfortable, man. Like I felt kind of like a weird sick fuck watching it. There was like 10-year-olds twerking. Are you looking it up, cuties?
Is Cutie still on Netflix?
Is it?
No, they removed it.
They removed it?
Yep.
Yeah, it says that
It-
accusations of sexualized young girls.
They definitely sexualized young girls. Definitely. And you know who was behind the cameras filming all that? Bunch of fucking 40-year-old dudes. And it just grosses me out, you know? They were there watching these little girls with little tiny shorts on do these things.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's kind of weird, man.
It's really weird.
And people were bringing it up like it's only weird if like you think about it like that. I'm like,
No, just weird.
it's just fucking weird.
It's just weird.
That's what it is.
And it's like those producers, they know what they're doing.
They
Like-
do, yeah. Yeah, that was sick, bro. It was disgusting. I didn't finish watching it. I watched like the first 10 minutes and I was like, yeah, I don't really, even without hearing that stuff before watching it, if I just watched it, I'd probably be kind of uncomfortable. So it's cool they took it down, I guess. But what else should we talk about before we wrap it up? It
What-
could be
One more thing about all the news outlets. I
Yes.
feel like it's so hard to watch the news these days. I mean, at least for our demographic, right? 18 to 26-year-olds or whatever in that age group. I mean, it's all just like almost in a sense demotivating. Like there's never any good piece of news. It's always bad.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine a news outlet that only posted good things?
It doesn't get clicks. Otherwise, they would do it.
Yeah,
You don't think
people-
so?
I mean,
What's his name from The Office? Pam's boyfriend? What's his name?
Jim?
Jim. He did that. It's called like Good Morning News or Good
Oh,
News
yeah.
or whatever during the pandemic. And I don't think he does it anymore. But
Well,
like if a major network tried to do it, you mean? I still don't know if people are going to watch that. It's not as like suspenseful as hearing the bad stuff, which is pretty fucked up. Mixing some good stories.
Yeah.
I think they try to, but it's like kind of. I would almost say it's like dumb stuff.
I mean, I see more good stories on Twitter and Snapchat stories and Instagram Reels and IGTV than on the news. I mean, I don't watch the news regardless right now.
Yeah,
I don't think
neither
a lot
do
of people do.
just clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Clipping stuff. It's not always accurate. People
Yep.
get caught up in the headlines and they just read the headline and it's just a portion of it or a sliced cut of whoever said, and it's fake then at that point. You got to get the whole story.
I think it'll also be interesting to see too in 20 to 30 years, right? When all the dad's generation is baby boomers, when they all kind of, pass away. Is there anybody that's really going to watch the news?
No, I think
I mean, can you name anybody right now that watches the news out of our like friends? Nobody.
No.
I think
It's going to be interesting to see what happens to all the news.
it's the viewers, like the counts have already dropped so much, which is good. I like that. I think there's a lot of good like independent people out there that you can get your stuff from online, but at the same time that's bad because there's some fucking lunatics online that are really good at like persuading people. So man, I don't know. There needs to be like Rogan should start like a big media company where it's just unbiased. They show you both sides. But I mean, he promotes. There's this other podcast that the girl's left wing, the guy's right wing, and they have like really good conversations all about like current political topics. And like people watch that, and that's good. People just need to look for different sources of information. But there's people that are just kind of like they got it drilled in their brain that Fox is the only correct news, CNN is the only correct news, but it's all to get their point of view across.
Yeah. Well, people also like thinking a certain way and wanting them to be right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like
They're telling
like
you what you want to
said,
hear.
exactly. So they're
Yeah.
like, why would I watch CNN when Fox News is right about everything? But in their mind, they're just, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just that's how it is with everything, though. I mean,
I'm sure there's people that have like clipped a chunk of like a Fox News thing about the same story as like a CNN one or whatever, like side by side, the same exact story and like the different ways they approach it. I'm sure somebody's done it before, but it's just they just twist things. They're smart though. They use like little words here and there. Like there's a lot of thought that goes into it, I bet. But it'll dwindle. I think it'll dwindle. We should end on a happy note.
maybe we should start looking up one good thing that happens. Like Google something, right? You like that?
Like a
Like,
happy-
all right. So all of us have each week. One of us will have to Google a good story to end with it. So everyone ends with like a a good note.
So he's
Positive news. That's what we need.
All right, let me get a story from that.
Here's your news channel right here. Positive news.
Nick's gonna give us it. Nick's gonna give us it. Pick one.
Let's see here.
Is there anything about puppies or dogs? I really like that.
Finley's here. I mean,
Finley!
What is
Maggie's
that?
not here today, but we got Finley.
No, poor Maggie.
Yeah, where's Maggie?
She's on vacation at my dad's house.
Vacation.
Yeah,
I
vacation.
mean, we're working.
I know. I'm gonna have to dock her pay, her treats, for a couple days.
You need to dock her treats for a while.
All right.
She's getting
Okay.
fat.
You're fat shaming my dog. You can't fat shame a dog.
She's kind of big though.
She's chunky. She's a pug.
That doesn't mean anything.
She's a pug and a beagle. So, yeah, she fluctuates. She packed on a little winter weight. It's cold, man. You can't. She got more insulation
Just
now.
pick one, bro.
There's not really. I mean,
So on positivenews.com, there's not a positive story.
it's just not. That's not. I feel like there's nothing interesting.
Just Google. This is an issue. There should be things that are
Right.
good. So Google.
Man saves cat from tree.
Yeah.
Where is that?
No, I
Google-
don't know. That's what the news. That's what the news has as the one good media story of their post on Fox News every day. That's what you see.
Google puppies
How do they
found and rescued.
How do they figure this out? Diver finds 900-year-old sword
Yeah, I saw
wielded
that.
in the Crusades off the coast of ancient Israel town.
Yeah, I saw that.
How did they find that out?
Research.
Like where it came from.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome.
That's old.
That's so cool.
A man in Israel noticed unspeakable
900-year-old.
from the Crusades.
What does that mean? What's the Crusades?
It's like when the knights and all them were fighting. I used to play Age of Empires. I used to be a crusade
I don't know what that is. I had friends.
or in the Crusades.
Taking 900 years back in a time, a different era with knights, armor, and shields.
Let's go. Oh, I was right.
Whoa, look at
Look
that
at that.
thing.
That thing's probably heavy.
That's awesome.
Why does he have a mask on? Fucking
And
dumb.
he's in a house.
Hey, he's
Yeah.
indoors. You need a
Probably because
mask.
the news outlet was there or whatever.
He's in
Whoever was
his
there
own
with
house.
him.
Dude, he probably got a lot of money for that.
Jeez, man. What is it covered in? Like rocks and shit?
Seashells.
Aren't they gonna like bust it open?
Probably, yeah, they'll clean it up. But it's probably really fragile.
Wow. See, is that good news?
That while the Muslims are.
I mean, it's interesting. It's cool.
No, that's cool. Yeah. We still need to
They
find
just
something
said,
happy.
if you scroll up a little bit, they just said at the very last one right there, it says the Muslims' armies
Muslim armies.
built fortifications on the coast. So that's why they think it's a crusader sword.
Oh.
So,
That's something cool.
yeah, man, good for that guy.
It's a cool story.
That's a good find.
How do you even find that? Like what? You know?
I mean, that guy's probably set for life now.
Yeah.
He really is.
But yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna go in a museum somewhere.
Or like on an auction.
Wow.
No, probably a museum.
Probably.
Wow. That's cool. Well, I guess we can end on that, right?
Yeah, good for that guy.
Good for you, Mr. Can't see his name. It's too small, but nice.
You've been
Wait.
going to the gym, right? That's good news.
That is good news. 2 days. I went 2 days. Yesterday, I skipped a week again, but I went on, what is today? Thursday?
Thursday.
21st Thursday.
I went on Tuesday because I was still kind of hungover on Monday from Saturday night from Herson's
Oh
wedding.
my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went on Tuesday and then I went on Wednesday in the morning. And I didn't go today because I can't move. I'm so sore.
That's good though.
I know, but I was like, I need to ease my way back into it. So I'm gonna go again tomorrow. But it feels so weird. But I know the feeling. I recognize it obviously because I used to lift. But it feels good again. But at the same time, it's like everything is like, you know the feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm back, bitch.
All right.
Good shit.
Cool. Well, thank you for listening, watching. Anything else to add? No?
No.
What about you? We got to get a camera for this guy, I think.
I
Pull one
do.
right here.
Leave
Yeah.
a like, subscribe, post in the comments.
Yeah, comment below.
Can you leave comments on not Spotify, Apple Music,
No.
YouTube? Obviously,
I mean,
you can,
Instagram,
but-
TikTok, YouTube.
But the most amount of listens that we get is Spotify.
Is it Spotify?
Yeah, but YouTube still, it's a lot of work goes into the video. I can upload this audio within 30 minutes and have the episode live, but it's the video that takes a while, and we don't get a lot of views on YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually. But yeah.
Leave a like though if you are watching on YouTube.
Yeah, leave a like.
Drop some comments.
Yes. do
Love
that.
to read comments.
Yeah, let us know if you want Nick to be on here full time. How about that one?
Yeah.
I don't know if we could, if he's in the budget or not. I don't know. $12 an hour. What's minimum wage?
9.
Okay.
Is it 9?
I
Oh
don't know.
god,
It's
I'm
11.
not working for $9 an hour.
It's 11.
You're really at home. You just sit there.
It's true. It only takes an hour.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, listening. We'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Goodbye.